Hi, I'm Joseph from IT2102, and in today's video, we'll answering the Packet Tracer on Chapter 9 entitled Packet Tracer Simulation, TCP and UDP Communications. So, objectives. Part 1. Generate network traffic in simulation mode. Part 2. Examine the functionality of TCP and UDP protocols. Background. This simulation activity is intended to provide a foundation for understanding the TCP and UDP in detail. Simulation mode provides the ability to view the functionality of the different protocols. As data moves through the network, it is broken down into small pieces and identified in some fashion so that the pieces can be put back together. Each of these pieces is assigned a specific name and associated with a specific layer. Packet Tracer Simulation Mode enables the user to view each of the protocols and the associated PDU. The steps outlined below lead the user through the process of requesting services using various applications available on the client PC. This activity provides an opportunity to explore the functionality the TCP and UDP protocols, multiplexing and the function of port numbers, determining which local application requested the data or is sending the data. So let's proceed to part 1. So part 1, generate network traffic in simulation mode. Step 1, generate traffic to populate address resolution protocol tables. So, perform the following tasks to reduce the amount of traffic viewed in the simulation. Click multi-server, click the desktop tab. So command prompt, so multi-server. This is the multi-server. Let's click it. And then the desktop tab. Yes, we're in the desktop tab. Command prompt. Then enter ping 192.168. So ping 192.168.1.255. This will take few seconds as the every device on the network respond to multi-server. So let's ping it. So close the multi-server window. So as you see, the desktop computers are replying. So there are so many replies. So yeah, the replying process have been done. So let's close the multi-server window. So step 2, generate web HTTP traffic. So switch to simulation mode. Click the HTTP client and click the desktop tab web browser. Simulation mode. Let's proceed to that. And then simulation mode. Simulation mode. Generate AP traffic upper. So click multi-server and click the desktop tab. So multi-server, desktop tab, and then the command prompt. Command prompt. Oh, sorry, we're in the step 2. So switch to simulation mode. Click HTTP client and click the desktop tab web browser. HTTP client, and then the web browser. In the URL field, enter 192.168.1.254 and click Go. Envelopes will appear in the simulation mode. Minimize but do not close the HTTP configuration window. So that's 192.168.1.254. So let's say Go. So envelopes will appear. So as you can see, the envelope appear here. So in the HTTP client. So we'll just minimize this as the guide said. So step 3, generate FTP traffic. Click FTP client and click the desktop tab. Command prompt. So FTP client. So enter the FTP. So this is the command prompt. So Command prompt. Yes, it's command prompt. FTP 192.168.1.254. So, minimize button that goes to FTP client configuration flow. So there's an envelope again. Appear in the FTP client. Let's minimize that. So step 4, generate DNS traffic. So click DNS client and click the desktop tab command prompt. So group again. So desktop tab. So enter the NS lookup multi-server PTU that PTU command PTU in the simulation mode. So NS lookup. Let's look up multi-server multi-server pt.ptu. So let's enter that. So let's see. There's an envelope here. So appeared in the DNS client. So minimize but do not close DNS client configuration. So just minimize it. So now let's proceed to step 5. Generate email traffic. Click email client and click the desktop tab email tool. Desktop tab. Where's the email tool? Email. Where's the here's the email tool. Click compose and enter the following information to user. So to user at multi server pt oh sorry ptu. Subject personalize. Subject personalize the subject line. There's name and body. Personalize the email. So let's now click send. Where's the send? This is so minimize but do not close the email client configuration window. You can see there's an appeared envelope here again, a message. So step 6, verify that the traffic is generated and ready for simulation. Every client computer should have PDU listed in the simulation panel. So each desktop computer have their own PDU. So for to examine functionality of TCP and UDP protocol. So step 1, examine multiplexing as all of the traffic crosses the network. So you will now use the captured captured capture forward button and back button in the simulation panel there. This is the simulation panel, and then this is the capture forward and back button. So click capture forward once and all the PDs are transferred to the switch. So you can see all the PDUs now are in the switch. So they are all transferred to the switch, and then click capture forward again. Some PDs disappear. What do you think? So let's click capture forward again. So some of the PDUs disappear. They are stored in the switch. So that's why the PDUs disappear there. They are in the switch now. So let's proceed to letter C. So click capture forward 6 times and client should have received a reply. Note that only the PDU can cross a wire in each direction at you. What is this called? So click to capture forward 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, all the desktop computer received the envelope with check mark. So also the multi-server. So what is this called? So it's called multiplexing. So the aberrant of PDUs appear in the event list in the upper right pane of the simulation window. Why are there so many different colors? So they represent different protocols. So that's why they have different colors. So click back 8 times. This should reset the simulation. 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, do not click reset simulation anytime during this activity. If you do, you will need to repeat the steps in part 1. So do not click do not click the reset simulation. So step 2, examine HTTP traffic as the clients communicate with the server. Filter the traffic that is currently displayed to display on only HTTP and TCP PDO. Filter traffic that is currently displayed. Click edit filters and toggle show all none checkbox. So click edit filters and then toggle the show all none checkbox. Show all none checkbox. Select HTTP and TCP. HTTP and TCP. Where is that? HTTP. So click anywhere outside the edit filters box to hide it. The visible event should only display only the TCP, HTTP and TCP videos. So let's now hide it. So yeah, only display the only HTTP and TCP videos. So B, click capture forward, hold your mouse above each PDU until you find one that originates from HTTP line. Click the PDU envelope to open it. So click capture forward, hold your so hold your mouse above the PDU until you find. So click it. So let's click it. So yeah. So click the inbound PDU details tab and scroll down to the last section. What is the section label? The section. So it's indicated here that it's TCP. So are this communication considered to be reliable? Yes, of course. So it's TCP as you can see. So let's exit. So record SRC port, dest port, sequence num, and acknowledge number values. What is written in the field to the left of the window field. So what is written? So left window pane. So it's 1025 80 0 and 0. So close the PDU and click capture port until the PDU returns to the HTTP client with a check mark. So let's exit now. Click capture port until PDU returns to the HTTP client. So forward. Return to the HTTP client. So that's with check mark. Yes. So it's now in the HTTP client. So click the PDU envelope and select inbound PDU details. How are the port sequence numbers different than before? So 80 10 25 0 1 SYN plus ACK. So the source and destination ports are reversed and the acknowledgement number is 1. So the CYN has changed to CYN plus ACK. So yeah, CYN to it's changed from CYN to SYN plus ACK. So proceed to the next. We're in the letter F, so G. So there is a second PDU of different color which HTTP client as prepared to send them. This is the beginning of the HTTP communication. Click the second PDU envelope and select outbound details. So click the second PDU. So there is what information is now listed in the zip section. So the information are 10, 25, 10, 20, 10, 1025, 81, and 1. PSSH plus ACK mesh ACK. The resource and destination ports are reversed and both sequence and acknowledgement numbers are 1. So that's so now let's proceed to the so what information of video. So click back until the simulation is reset. So click back, 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 back. So it's now reset now. So step 3, examine FTP traffic as the clients communicate with the server. So in the simulation panel, change edit filters to display only FTP and TCP. Edit filters, so only FTP and display on FTP and TCP. So yeah. So now we done that. So click capture forward to hold reversible the PDU until you find the one that originates from FTP client. Click the PDU envelope to open it. So chain to the FTP client chain. So yeah, so it's now in the FTP client. So let's click the PDU envelope and open it. So let's push it to inbound. I think it's inbound. Yes. So what section label? So section labeled as the TCP, as you can see here. So TCP. What is the section? Are the communications considered to be reliable? Yes, of course. So 30, record the SRC port, the port, sequence number, acknowledge number, values, what is written in the field to the left window field. So the SRC port is 21, destination port is 1025, sequence number is 0, and the acknowledgement number is 1. It's 1, yes. So close the PDU and click capture forward until the PDU returns to FTP client with a check mark. So click the PDU envelope and select inbound details. How are the port sequence numbers different than before? So it's now 21, 1020, 1025, 0, and 1. So SYN plus ACK, the source and destination ports are reversed and the acknowledgement number is 1. Yes, the acknowledgement number is 1. So click the outbound PDU details tab. How are the port sequence numbers different from the previous result? So previous result. The source port now is 10, 1025, 21, 1, sequence number 1, acknowledgement number is 1. So close the PDU and click capture forward until the second PDU returns to the active client. The PDU is different color. So check. So second PDU returns. FTP client. Open, click until the second PDU returns to the FTP client. Oh, it's different. So open the PDU and select inbound PDU details. Scroll down past the TCP section, but the message from the server. So inbound details. inbound details, open the so message the message is welcome to FTP server, so that this the FTP response. So click back until the simulation is reset. Click back again until the is reset. So reset. Yeah. No, it's now reset. So step 4: examine the DNS traffic as the clients communicate with the server. So in the simulation panel, change edit filters to display DNS and UDP. DNS and UDP. UDP and DNS. DNS. UDP. Where is the DNS? DNS. So DNS UDP. So click the PDU envelope to open it. So click the PDU envelope to open it. So click the inbound PDU details tab and scroll down to the last section. So this one, so inbound, and then so it said, so what is the section label? The labeled section is UDP. So are the communication considered to be reliable? No. So recognize RC port and destination port values. Why is there no sequence and acknowledgement number? So 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 1025 and 53. So because UDP does not need to establish a reliable connection. So connection, and then close the PDU and click upgrade until the PDU returns to the DNS client with a check mark. So forward DNS client with a check mark. So it's now have a check mark. So click the PDU envelope and select inbound details. How are the port sequence number different from done before? So let's check it inbound. So UDP now that or the port sequence should be different than before. So 53, the source port now is 53 and the destination port now is 1025. The source and the destination port are now reversed. So they are now reversed. So what is the last? So numbers different. So what is the last section of the PDU code? PDU codes the what is the last section of the PDU? So the DNS answer is the last. So click back until the simulation is reset. So click back. The simulation is reset. Now it's now reset. So examine email traffic as the clients communicate with the server. So in the simulation panel, change edit display POP3 SMTP and so POP3. Where's the POP3? POP3, here we go. SMTP, and then SMTP, and then the TCP. There we go. So yeah. Click capture forward, hold your cursor above each PDU until you find one that originates the email client. So click PDU envelope to open it. So hold the cursor until you find one email client. So hold your cursor above each PDU until you find one that originates the PDU envelope to open it. So where's this from HTTP client? This one is from email client. So this is one. So click the inbound PDU details tab, scroll to the last section. What transport layer protocol is email traffic use? RGS communication procedure reliable. So it's TCP, and yes, these communications are considered to be reliable. So 30, record the SRC port, DST port, sequence num, and ACK num value. So what is the written in the field to the left of the window field? So the source port is 1025, so destination port is 25. Sequence number is 0 and acknowledgement number is 0. So SYN, so click the PDU develop and select inbound PDU. So close the PDU and click capture forward until the PDU returns to the email client with a check mark. Check mark. Here we go. So envelope now has a check mark. So click the PDU envelope and select inbound details. So inbound. How are the port and sequence numbers different than before? Well, the source port now is 25, the destination port now is 10,025, and sequence number is 0 and acknowledgement number is 1. So the source and destination ports are reversed and the acknowledgement number is 1. So that's all. So click outbound PDUs. How are the port sequence numbers different from the previous two results? So now the source port is 1025, the destination port is 25, sequence number is 1 and acknowledgement number is 1. So the source and destination ports are reversed and both sequence and acknowledgement numbers are 1. So ACK. So there is a second PDU of different color that HTTP client is prepared to send multi-server. This is the beginning of the email communication. Click this PDU envelope and select outbound PDU details. So now there's a second PDU color that the HTTP client has prepared to send to multi-server. So this is the beginning of the email. So click the second PDU. So this is the second PDU, I think. So click and then click the outbound. So how are the port and sequence numbers different from the previous PDU? So the source port now is 10,025, destination port is 25, sequence number is 1, acknowledgement number is 1. So it's PSH plus ACK. So the source and destination are reversed and both sequence and acknowledgement numbers are 1. So what email protocol is associated with TCP port 25? What protocol is associated with TCP port 110? So it is SMTP POP3. SMTP and POP3. So that's also. Proceed to step 6. Examine the user ports. So click back until the simulation is reset. Sorry, I forgot that. So let's reset it. Yes, it's reset. So to see TCP active sessions, perform the following steps. So switch back to real-time mode. Click the multi-server and click desktop tab prompt. So multi-server and desktop tab prompt. Desktop tab and then command prompt. And then enter the netstat command. So what protocol listed in the column? So netstat. Oops. So what? Enter. So what protocols are listed in the left column? So the protocol now is TCP with a local address 192.168.1.254. 21. Foreign address 192.168.1.2 1025 and state is established. So, what port numbers are being used by the server? So, what port numbers are being used by the server? So, certainly, mm, so, so answers will vary, but so we see all 3, 21, 25, 80, so they should certainly see 21. So it is 21, so we can see that it's 21. So port number is 21. So what states are in the session scene? So it's established. And then repeat the next command several times until you see only one station is still established, for which service connection is still open. So repeat the next command, so we will repeat that. Let's start. So for which, so why doesn't this session close like the other three? So the session close. This session didn't close like the other three because the server is waiting for password from the client. So I think that is the let's start. So I think is that is the reason why it does the session doesn't close like the other three. So yeah, we are done answering the packet tracer activity. So it's all about the exploration of TCP and UDP communication. So I think we attain our objectives on how to generate network traffic simulation mode and on how to examine the functionality of the TCP and UDP protocols. So I hope you learned from me. So thanks for watching and until next time.